Okay, assalamu alaikum, brother Tasir. How are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Kibla?
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much. May Allah keep you well.
So, I only have, at this time, I only have one question.
Yes, sir.
Actually,
Thank you for calling, by the way.
You are welcome. You're welcome. And thank you for all those programs that you have given us in
Oh,
the
sure. My pleasure.
Past few months.
Sure.
So, my question is, as you know that after the revolution in Iran, there is a buzzword circulating in all the, especially in the Shia community, that you sometimes explain, but I want a more like, a backed up answer with the facts, and especially from the hadith, that the Imam Hussein's stance, they say that Imam Hussein's stance was for some kind of a revolution, and he was voicing just his dissatisfaction and critique against the government that led to his martyrdom, and all these the debate around all this concept. And now on television, on Mimbar, everyone seemed to believe that thing. So
Yeah.
and they also preach this thing from all the members, and they are saying some kind of a thing like they are preparing Shias and youth for the stance, and if you do not like the government, and if your government is a tyrant, then you should have make a stand like Imam Hussein has done, and all these things. So
Yeah.
can you please give an answer against this?
So, one of the worst tyrannies in the world is the Iranian government itself. And you just ask people who have lived in Iran that nobody can criticize Khamenei. Most senior scholars, if they criticize Khamenei, they will see some very, very harsh consequences. So if that were the case, that you take a stand against tyranny, one of the worst tyrannies in the world, without a doubt, is Khamenei himself, Khamenei's government himself. I remember in the 90s, Khamenei gave a speech. I remember this vividly. Let me look this up. Because this speech has been removed from his website because all of the archives of his speeches are there. But there's certain speeches where they have removed those speeches. But I have to look up this guy's name.
Just to give a second view on that Iranian government thing. There are a lot of Iranian students with me here, and some of them are my lab colleagues. I know what you are saying is true, and most of them they make fun of Ashura.
So he gave a speech, and in that speech he mentioned that, you know what he mentioned? Because when he was president of Iran, as president of Iran, there were not too many countries that were friendly with Iran. So he didn't visit many countries. He visited, for instance, North Korea and Vietnam, and also Pakistan. These were one of the few countries that, as a president, Khamenei visited. So I remember vividly Khamenei in his speech. Let me make this full page. This guy, Kim Il-sung, the founder of North Korea, he praised him as his role model. The founder of North Korea, the worst dictator, one of the worst dictators in history, who has killed hundreds of thousands of people. He mentioned North Korea, how a system of government that so effectively they are ruling and running their country. He mentioned North Korea. I remember this. But I searched for that speech again many times in his website, and in the archives, it's not there anymore. At any rate, so Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wassalam, did he make an uprising against Yazid, or he did not? That is the question, right? So we have to pay attention. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam lived for 20 years. Actually, first he lived with his father under Umar, under Abu Bakr, under Umar, under Uthman. They did not make an uprising. Never even talked about it. right? Never even talked about it. All those years, Imam Hussain alayhi salam was a young man, and Uthman is the ruler, or Omar is the ruler. He never talked about making an uprising or doing qiyam, or Amirul Mu'mineen alayhi salam, or Imam Hassan alayhi salam. And then after year 40, Muawiyah took over the government, and he became the caliph. And Muawiyah killed Imam Hussain alayhi salam's Shia in every village, in every town, massacred them. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam never talked about raising the sword against Muawiyah. Muawiyah used to curse publicly in all pulpits in the Muslim world. He used to curse and use invective against Amirul Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wasalam. Imam Hussain alayhi salam's father, Imam Hussain alayhi salam, did not raise a sword against Muawiyah. Muawiyah killed his brother, Imam Hassan alayhi salam. He did not raise a sword against Muawiyah. Muawiyah started taking bay'ah for Yazid. Yazid did not become a caliph overnight. Yazid did not become caliph because Muawiyah died. Yazid became caliph because since year 50, 10 years before the incident of Karbala, Muawiyah started collecting bay'ah for Yazid as the next caliph. Imam Hussain alayhi salam saw that, and he did not try to make a revolution, try to pull out his sword and ask people to do jihad against Muawiyah, right? All these are historical facts. I'm not making them up. These are prima facie true. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam saw how Hujr ibn Adi, a famous Sahabi of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, was taken in chains from Iraq to Syria, from Kufa to Damascus. And he was offered either to curse Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam and swear at Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, or to be killed and beheaded. And he chose not to curse Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, so he beheaded, and he was buried in Sham, in Syria. Imam Hussain alayhi salam did not make an uprising. So, and then Muawiyah dies at year 60. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam never called people to support him because he's trying to make an uprising. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam used to say, they are going to kill me wherever I go. As a matter of fact, Yazid wrote a letter to his governor in Medina. Cut off Hussein's head and send it to me. One of the first things that Yazid did after taking over the throne, because Muawiyah wouldn't do that. Muawiyah was somewhat wise and experienced, and he did not want to because he knew the important position of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. He understood. Let them live, but keep them under control. So they cannot have enough support so that they can make an uprising, but do not kill them because that will create an unrest. And Yazid's action created unrest. And soon Iraq rose up against Yazid, right? With the uprising of Mukhtar. And Medina rose up against Yazid. And the incident of Harra in Mecca was declared a kingdom by Abdullah ibn Zubair. Because Muawiyah was a politician, he knew how to rule. Yazid did not know. So Yazid wrote a letter, send Hussain alayhi salam's head for me. Imam Hussain alayhi salam used to say, wherever I go, they will kill me. Even if I try to hide in a lizard's hole in the ground, they will pull me out and they will slaughter me. So Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam did not have the same situation as Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam had in the government of Omar, in the government of Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr and Omar did not try to kill Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam if Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wasalam was not trying to overthrow them, right? If Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam had tried to overthrow them, yes, Abu Bakr and Omar, they would have killed him. They would have destroyed him, right? They would have tried to do it, at least. And Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam understood this. So because he didn't have enough support, he did not make an uprising. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, during the reign of Muawiyah, he knew that Muawiyah was not actively trying to kill him. He was letting him live as long as he is not trying to create a revolution. But Yazid was not like that. Yazid was going to kill Imam Hussain alayhi salam at any rate. Even if he did bay'ah, he would kill him. And they did not demand a bay'ah from Imam Hussain alayhi salam. They were demanding him not to do bay'ah. No, they were, and if you do bay'ah, we let you alone. No, they were saying you have to submit to whatever decision Ubaidillah ibn Ziyad will make about you. That was the demand. And they were not telling what that decision is. Is Ubaidillah ibn Ziyad going to kill me? They were not going to say that. No, they were not mentioning. That was ambiguous. You submit, you put away your sword. You submit to our decision, whatever decision he's going to make about you. So that decision could be that he will sell you in slavery. He will put you in prison. He would kill you. He would cut off your tongue. Whatever the things that Ubaidillah ibn Ziyad did to people, right? And there was no guarantee that if Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam makes peace with them and submits to their whatever decision that's ambiguous they will do, they are going to let Imam Hussain alayhi salam live, right? So, and just because a few days ago from that incident, they had given, they had promised protection and safety to Muslim ibn Aqil. That you put down your sword. Yeah, that's what they said to Muslim ibn Aqil in Kufa, right? You put down your sword because Muslim was fighting with them. And they said, okay, we give you aman, we give you protection, we promise you safety and security. You put down your sword to stop fighting. And Muslim accepted that. And then they grabbed him and they killed him. Killed him very mercilessly. So Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam knew that there was, even if they promised something, there was no guarantee that they would accept. And Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam did his utmost not to have a fight with Yazid and Yazid's army. He offered them to let them go back to Medina. Let them go back to Medina and live peaceful life. They did not accept. Yazid did not accept. Ubaidillah ibn Ziyad did not accept. So this assertion that Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam's character is different than character of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam, or Imam Jafar al-Sadiq alayhi salam, or Imam Kazmi alayhi salam, or Imam Riza alayhi salam, or Imam Jawad alayhi salam. This is ignorance. Well, it's not only ignorance, it comes out of that using religion for their own political means, right? Because they want to say that our revolution was legitimate. We have a role model in Imam Hussain alayhi salam. They want to say that, okay, Shah was not Yazid, obviously. Shah was not Yazid. Yazid was a very evil man. And Yazid himself was not worse than Muawiyah. Muawiyah was way worse than Yazid. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam neither uprose against Muawiyah nor against Yazid. Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam was being chased from town to town to be killed at the end. Okay. And in the coming nights, I'll speak more in detail and I'll show you khutbahs of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. And give you a political history of Karbala, inshallah, tabaraka wa ta'ala. Okay? May Allah bless you. Allah keep you well.
And Qibla, you told in one of your lectures that one of the Imam's son was born on the day of Ashura and he was killed.
Yeah.
So could you, we never heard of that Masayib. Could you share?
So that's in Bihar al-Anwar. One day I'll show you, inshallah. I'll show you, okay? Inshallah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, may Allah bless you. Allah keep you well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Okay.
Brother
Bye.
Kasi.